All right. So, what do you think? Turned out all right? I think it turned out pretty good. Here's the brown one. So I did this one in brown. It kind of hid the stitching on the back on the brown one. I think it's totally passable. Heave ho and up she rises, heave ho and up she rises, heave ho and up she rises early in the morning. Hey. So we're back with another episode of What's on the Helium Pinch. And today we're doing something different. It's October. My band's got a gig tomorrow, actually, Saturday. We're doing a block party. And so the theme for the block party is it's a pirate block party. Not a private block party, a pirate block party. I'm not one to usually dress up and do a lot of Halloween stuff just because I don't know, I didn't see a lot of point. I don't go to costume parties and things, so I don't really do costumes very often. A few times my wife and I and the girls have dressed up and done like a 50s theme, so I can pull off a decent Elvis costume. That's about it, but I decided, you know what? We're the band for this party. We should participate. We should dress up, so I decided to work on a pirate costume. So I picked up some stuff and some fabric and different things, and I made some sashes and headbands and stuff, just super simple things. But what I really needed was a hat. I really felt like we needed some tricorn hats, So I figured out what I'm going to do. I went to the store the other day and I bought this. This doesn't look much like a pirate hat, but it will. I really think this will work. So this is a women's hat. It says daydreaming on it. So I'm not sure how I'll cover that up, but I think it'll be on the back. So in the end, it'll be folded up, and kind of look like that. So, something like that, right? So I think it'll be cool. But one thing is, I have a ginormous head. And so does all the other guys in the band. Trevor and Tim, I talked to them. They all have really big heads. And these are not for really big heads. So first thing I have to do is stretch this straw hat the best I can. So we're gonna do a little bit of that. So first thing to get this ready is I'm gonna cut off the tag. I just got this. Let's see, cut off the tag. I think I'll take the hat band off because the hat band is solid, and so I think it may hold us up from being able to stretch this. Let's see, if I tear that off. The inside band is very similar, so I think I'll just cut the inside band out too. So I'm just going to cut it. Let's see. Get my pocket knife and we'll cut a couple of these stitches. So I don't know if this is going to be a good idea or not, but I think it'll be cool. I think it'll work well. We'll see. We're going to have a lot of time to do this. And I decided to dress up my bus, Aberdeen. So I got to work on her costume too. She is going to be a pirate ship. So I got to build a mast for her and some sails, and I even got some tubing to make some cannons. So yeah, that's going to be awesome. Okay, so the next part is I need to soak this in cool water. Got this bucket of cool water. So I'm just going to kind of put that in there, let it soak for a few minutes, and that'll soften up the straw. So it's been probably 10 or 15 minutes and I've been letting this soak. So it's time to go ahead and get it out of the water. dripping. It's cold here today. It's like this morning when I got up and I took my daughter to school, it was, I think 15 degrees. So it's a little chilly in the shop, but it's not horrible in here, but it is cold. So, this thing is wet. It's not as floppy as it was. So, the way I'm going to try and stretch this, because I'm not a hat maker, if you didn't know, but I do know a little bit. So I've got it wet. I'm going to try and just pull this, stretch it as much as I can by hand. Ugh. As much stretching as I can do, because the rest I have to do with my head. So just stretch it front to back mostly, and some side to side. Here comes the bad part is now I gotta wear it, and it's cold outside. It's cold in here, so I gotta put this wet hat on my head until it dries. So this should be fun. So I'm stretching it over my head. Oh, because I have a ginormous head. There. Yeah. So now I'll wear this until it dries some. Dries enough I feel I can take it off. It's not going to stretch anymore. So I guess I'll go about my business today outside. I got some stuff I got to do. Work on Aberdeen's costume, her mast and sails and all that stuff. So I'll work on that stuff while this hopefully dries. Might not dry very fast because outside it's still below freezing, so it might just freeze to my skull. Okay, so I wore this on my head. It's still pretty damp, but I think it's dry enough. It definitely stretched. Like I said, I'm not a hat maker, but that seems to work when I've done it on these straw hats. So next, I'm going to take a needle and thread and sew the brim up in 3 spots so it makes a tri-corner thing. So I'm going to do that real quick, and then I'll just have to let the hat dry until it's done. I'm thinking about spray painting it, at least one of them, so they're different, because I'm building 3 of these, and that way myself, my bass player Trevor can wear one, and my drummer Tim can wear one, and we have some kind of piratey theme going on. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And if I have one spray painted, then at least they'll be a little different, you know. I'm not great at sewing, but I remember learning it in school. So I'm just going to put a quick couple stitches in here, and then I'm going to tie it off. Boop. I'm really terrible at this. Yeah, but for a costume, it'll be fine. Okay, so I got it sewn up. Here's the hat. It's kind of goofy looking, but I mean, it's a tricorn hat. It's gonna be goofy looking, right? So that's kind of, it's kind of cool. If, for reals, this was $5 because it's on clearance. It's October, right? so they're not doing sun hats and stuff that much anymore. So I bought this at Walmart. It was $5. We'll see about painting it, but yeah, it needs a little shaping on the brim. It's kind of wonky, but of course, it's a pirate hat. It's supposed to be wonky. Pirates weren't. They were wonky, so I can't decide if I want to push the dome in, like the crown. If I want to push the crown in like that. Not sure. What do you guys think? I kind of like the crown up, but we'll see. I'll get, yeah, we'll see about spray painting it. All right, so what do you think? Turned out all right? I think it turned out pretty good. Here's the brown one. So I did this one in brown. It kind of hid the stitching on the back on the brown one. I think it's totally passable. I think it looks pretty okay on. So this is, I know the lighting's not great in here, but this is my Halloween costume for the show tomorrow. Yeah, I think it turned out good. So I'm pretty excited. It was an easy project. I made 3 of these. One is still wet from the forming, so it's drying. And when it dries tomorrow, I'll probably spray paint it real quick. I just used some cheap Rust-Oleum and painted it. I didn't do a great job because I don't plan on using it a lot, but we'll use it this Halloween and we'll hang on to them. You should check out Adventures with Aberdeen that's coming out. That's going to be a lot of fun. I ended up building a costume for Aberdeen as well. So she's got a mast and a big sail and a pirate flag. So that'll be funny, and we'll have that behind us as we perform tomorrow. So that should work out really well and be part of the whole shtick. And speaking of shtick, I thought, what else can I do to make this more piratey and make us feel more festive? So I dug up a song. I learned this song in high school, but we just sang it in a choir, or maybe it was even junior high choir. So I learned it on guitar real quick, so I'm going to play it for you. Let's see. It's called, I think it's called Drunken Sailor. What do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor? Early in the morning, heave ho and up she rises, heave ho and up she rises, heave ho and up she rises, early in the morning. Put him in a longboat until he's sober, put him in a longboat until he's sober, put him in a longboat until he's sober, early in the morning. Heave ho and up she rises, heave ho and up she rises, heave ho and up she rises, early in the morning. Let's see what's another verse. Shaved his belly with a rusty razor, shaved his belly with a rusty razor, shaved his belly with a rusty razor, early in the morning. What do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor? Early in the morning. Heave ho and up she rises, heave ho and up she rises, heave ho and up she rises, early in the morning. So, there's my pirate song. That's how it's going to be. I think it's going to be fun. Thanks for hanging out and watching what's on the healing bench. Of course, if you haven't figured it out yet, if you haven't heard, what's on the healing bench is the shop at my house, and that's the bench where I fix stuff, I make stuff, I create. I've written songs so far. We've played pranks. We've worked on guitars, all kinds of stuff. So there's more to come. I'm trying to put out a video a week on my YouTube channel. So sometimes it'll be what's on the healing bench. Sometimes it'll be Adventures with Aberdeen. If you haven't checked out those episodes, Adventures with Aberdeen is fun. That Aberdeen is my bus, and the adventures we have with that. So anyway, go ahead and check us out. Check out Muddy Boots and the Porch Pounders back here. That's my band we play in. We play roots rock music. It's pretty fun. We just released. I should tell you, we just released a new single called "Spam." So that's on all the major music sources where we consume music: Amazon, iTunes, Spotify, those kinds of things. You can also find it if you go to our website. We can link you to it. So yeah, feel free to check that out. Please like and subscribe to the channel, and go check us out on social media. You can find Muddy Boots and the Porch Pounders. You can find Unprofessional Friday, which is when I do my solo stuff. And my name is Matt Downs, and you have a great day. I was going to wear this every day. I would have done this much differently. But believe it or not, I'm not going to wear this every day.